Either I make more deposits, or the government be all up in my pockets. My kids can't be raised by another spouse. If I communicate, maybe we can work it out. Pain in the rain, the gains still remain. Dope slangs and things, the hood got all
Problems by Reef Hustle on all DSPs now.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Mike Steezo.
This is Tosh.
And we are
Up Top Apparel.
And you're now tuned in to Connected Dots with our people, Lou Hicks. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Connected Dots. I'm your host, Lou Icewater, aka Duquan Hicks. You know what I mean? And this is Connected Dots. First, before I get started, I want to thank all my subscribers out here. Thank you, subscribers, for, checking in. Thank you for subscribers for making Connected Dots what it is, man. I really appreciate you. We're going to keep giving you different things, keep giving you interviews. Shout out to the people that came on the interviews. And just shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, trying to make it. Shout out to all the podcasters out there. And shout out to the people that's trying to come up. For real. Let's get started, man. There's a lot to talk about today. And before I get started, we use this thing called paper. That's right, paper. And paper is used for old dudes like me, all right? Because we get older and we start to forget and we can't see. Let's just keep it a buck, all right? Let's keep it a buck, all right? So tell me, man, hip-hop, we're going to start with that. Hip-hop is more about drama than music. If you look at today's hip hop, I'm glad that the OGs are coming back. They dropping fly stuff, fly music. But the drama that's going on in hip hop is outshining it. We got too much drama going on, drama queens, too much craziness going on. Whatever happened to that? You need to get back to making music and stop with all this drama going on. You got drama in all different parts of the country, not just the Northern Hemisphere. You got Southern drama, Western drama, all this drama for likes. And my thing is, this is why hip hop is changing. This is why hip hop will be extinct. You're laughing at me now, but I'm telling you, when Nas said hip hop was dead, he meant it. And I'm giving hip hop 20 years or less for it to be extinct. You laughing, he. Look what happened to R&B. Look what happened to rock and roll. The same thing will happen to hip hop because drama is outweighing the music. So tell me what you think, America. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, comment on it. Please, I want to hear comments. I don't care if they messed up comments, good comments or bad comments. But to me, hip hop only has 20 years left. 20 years left. For real. I'm serious because you're more about the drama than the music. And a lot of the youngins can't read, so they don't know how to comprehend with the words, the wordplay. You got some that do, but most of them don't. So now that they see that there's no money in hip hop will be gone. Remember what I said it. Nah, I said it first. I'm saying it second. Hip hop will be gone in 20 years. Mark my words. All right. 20-year window. For real, 20-year window. Comment. If you want to debate, comment. I love comments, man. You know what I mean? That's how we do. So tell me, man, what's going on with these people with the 50-year mortgage plan? Come on. Who's going to get a plan for 50 years? Now, some people might look at it as, well, your payments will be low, but you'll be in debt forever. Think about it. 50 years, a 50-year mortgage. Think about that for a minute. You will be in debt forever trying to pay that house off. Yeah, you'll have a steady income. You'll have a steady rate for 50 years. You'll be in that same place. But as we know, the value of the house starts to be devalued. You have to put a lot into 50 years. So were you going to be 18, 19, 20 to get a house and stay there till you're about 70 years old? It's not worth it. And whoever came up with this, they're not smart, because people will rather get an apartment and pay a lease than to pay a 50-year mortgage. This is not how you're going to bring people in. You have to bring people in. If you would have said 30 years, okay, that would have been better, but not 50 years. Maybe, 20 to 30 years, boom. Anything after 30, no. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because the funny thing is my father told me about this before I even heard about it again. He said, yo, these mortgages, because he's in real estate. And it's a shame that this once good country we called America would allow this and would do this to hardworking people. That means they will never have anything. I don't care if the payment is low, but you're paying 50 years on something that you will never have, even though when you really look at it, you're not going to have it anyway when you die. All you could do is pass it on to somebody else. But that's crazy, even to think a 50-year mortgage will exist, especially in today's climate and the way the world is. So I want y'all to comment on that because that's still crazy. You see I'm rocking quarter zips for a minute just to show the young bucks that I'm with y'all. And like I said, we always had quarter zips, but we only rock quarter zips on special occasions. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So tell me this, man. I'm telling you, thugs. This is for the thugs. You know that thug life is gone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the thug game is gone. And what I mean by that is a lot of people don't want to deal with thugs anymore. Men, women, whatever it may be. You still have a few out there, but the thug game is played out. I'm just letting you know it's played out. The 90s and all that, everybody wanted a thug. All this stuff had their chest puffed out. But the thug game is gone. So now you have to adapt your style to another style. And this is what I came up with. In the 20s, which I call the 2000s, what was the best style you think out of the 20s? Was it wearing man, I can't even talk now. Was it wearing, the jerseys, the throwback jerseys? Was that the style in the 20s? You think that was the best style? You know what I'm saying? What about the button-ups? You think that was the best style in the 20s? Or what about clothes that can fit? Do you think that was the best style? Or the Nike Tech zips? What do you think is the best style in the 20s, which is the 2000s to now? What do you think was the best style in the 20s? That's what I call it, the 20s. I want to hear your comment on it because it's kind of ill. You know what I'm saying? It's an ill take on it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to talk about the pretty boys. And what do I mean by the pretty boys? The pretty boys have a rep. And the reason why I say they have a rep is because women don't like them because they think they soft. And the dudes don't like them because, they pull all the chicks. So the pretty boys have a bad rep with men and women, which is kind of weird. It's cool to look fly and all like that. There's a difference of looking fly and there's a difference of looking fly and pretty. You know what I'm saying? We don't never, but I always know that the pretty boys like the Klay Thompsons, you know what I'm saying? And who else? The Drakes. And there's somebody else I'm missing. There's somebody else. Klay Thompson, Drake, another pretty dude. I'm just trying to and Russell Wilsons of the world. They get the bad reps because they pretty, they do stuff right, they do things the right way. Why is that? Why do we, what I'm saying? Why we don't respect the pretty dudes? The ones that get up in the morning like you, do what they got to do. They stay straight, they cool, they stay out of trouble. But because they haven't been in trouble, we don't respect that. Why is that? Why we can't respect the pretty boys? Why women don't like the pretty boys? Why I think they soft? Because they not walking down with their pants hanging out. They're not yelling and cursing and acting like fools. So you think he's soft? That's just like if I'm wearing a button neck, I'm wearing a quarter zip. You think I'm a soft dude? Don't think that. but you think I'm a soft dude because I got a quarter zip on? You know what I'm saying? It's weird how we are so backwards with thinking. We are so backwards with how we think, how we manifest certain things. And I want to know, why is that? You know what I'm saying? We praise the dudes that ain't about nothing, and we don't praise the dudes that are doing something. We call him, he too pretty. You know what I'm saying? He think he all that. But in reality, he's doing what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird that the pretty boys in today's society, they have a bad rep because they're pretty, they clean, they do stuff the good way. And a lot of dudes don't like that. And a lot of chicks don't like that. But why? Why would you want a dude that's always in and out of jail? How's he going to help you? You see what I'm saying? That's why you get the pretty boys on the side, because you know you really don't feel them. They just something to be seen with. So tell me, man, why do we, you know what I'm saying, dislike the pretty boys, America? Why? Is it because they swagger is different? I want to hear your comments. Why do we, and ladies, why do you despise a pretty boy? Something to think about, right? When you really think about it, it's something to really think about, yo. For real, it is. It is, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about something else, man. Like, I want to talk about afraid of giving game. What I mean by that is, why are we afraid to give out game to someone else? Why are we afraid to pass on some knowledge that'll help the next man, but you want to keep the next man under you? Why do you want someone under you instead of somebody passing you? Why is that? If somebody want knowledge on the podcasting game, I'm going to give them everything. I'm not going to hate on them. I hope you become better than me, because that shows me that I made a difference in somebody's life. But we so spiteful that we will do stuff to wreck someone else. We spiteful that we can't even share each other's, you know, stuff on your page. You'll like it, but you won't share it. You won't give the person the proper due, the proper respect. And this is what I mean by also the term, I don't have to be the man to be the man. And that means I don't have to be in the limelight and get all the recognition to be appreciated. I like to be in the background and be appreciated quietly than being appreciated loud in front of everybody. That's what I mean by the man being the man. The man being the man. We you know what I'm saying? I don't have to be the man to be the man. But a lot of people feel like they have to be the man. They have to have a status for people to like them. I don't care about people liking me. If you like me, cool. If you don't, I'm cool with that. But we have to know what self-preservation is. Thanks to my man Cortez, talk to him about it. You know what I mean? We have to know what that is. And we have to trickle that down to the kids. You see, the kids think that in order to be cool, they got to fit in and do everything what the cool people do. But when we came up, we all was our own person. These kids don't even wear jackets because they want to follow everybody else. And then they're sick, coughing like dogs and stuff because they think they being cool. Being cool is not following people. Being cool is making your own trend and let everybody follow you. That's what being cool is. You know what I mean? If everybody's wearing black Nikes, why I'm going to wear black Nikes? You know what I'm saying? It's not an oddball preference. It's all about how you think and how you move. How you move is not settled by you. It's settled by people that watch you. People know a G when they see a G. People know, yo, that dude, he moved differently. You know what I'm saying? People know that. So you have to understand that when you're dealing with self-preservation. And we got to teach that to our kids, because our kids think that following for some reason is cool. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, you following who? Who you worried about? You know what I mean? That's what we have to. What we you know, this era is all about following. You know, this is the following era. When I grew up, everybody had their own lane. You know what I mean? Everybody had their own lane. This era is more about follow, 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 follow the leader. You get what I'm saying? Word life. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy. So we got to get out of that. You know what I mean? And black men, this is for you. Black men, this is for you. I want you to continue in being a strong man out here in the world. Right now, we're going through a lot of things that sometimes we can't explain to females or our kids or our teachers or even people at work. But you have to stay strong, black man, no matter what we go through. We have to stay strong. And speaking of that, black man, I'm going to have a forum. I'm going to have a forum and it's going to be televised with a group of men. And we're going to talk about issues that we need to talk about and need to be addressed. And I'm going to have a forum for the women as well. And it's going to be two different platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in order to know each other, we got to put it on the table. Got to put it on the table. You know what I mean? That deals with anything. Men, if you have a problem, I want you to put it on the table. Because there's things that we need to discuss. And sometimes you can't discuss it with certain people. So this is what this platform is about. So look out for the first show with a group of men in January. You know what I'm saying? The group of women will happen in February or March. So this is how I'm doing. This is how I'm connecting the dots, man. I talk about a lot of things from hip hop to sports to anything, personal stuff. But this is why I connect the dots. The dots will always stay connected. Follow the logo. There's a lot of connected dots out there, but if they don't have this logo, then they not the official connected dots. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying, if you want the real, you follow the real. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there who support it. Shout out to all the DJs that do their thing on the hip hop barbershop and on the connected dots. Shout out to everybody that's out there doing positive things. All you negative knuckleheads, I want you to get in line and change your ways. Change your ways before the government change your ways for you. All right? With that being said, this is another episode of Connected Dots. I'm your host, Lou Icewater. And like I said before, it's never been about how many likes I get. It's about reaching the people who actually listen. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about how many likes I get. It's about whoever listens, listen, follow, pass it along. Because in due time, they will catch up. One life, one love, one Lou. Peace.
What's good is your boy Sel Self from Washington Heights. You already know, the one and only. When I'm chilling and, and doing my thing and relaxing, I'm chilling with my man Connected Dots from North Carolina. You already know. Check him out because his brand is hot. So make sure you check out that fire. You already know. Shout out to North Carolina, man. And Connected Dots. You already know. It's your boy Sel.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Onika, and you are tuned in to Connect the Dots. If you want to hear some information on sports, hip hop, current events, you name it, check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, you don't know what you're missing.